Hey, what's going on, sports cards fans? Ray from Philly, Friday, November 18th. And I just want to show a couple of cards of current players, current all-star players in the major leagues that I picked up recently, fairly recently. And I'll tell you, explain to you why I picked these guys up. I grabbed them at a young age, at an early part of their career because of their stats, and thinking that they have a shot at either 500 homers or 3,000 hits. To me, the mark is for 500 homers. I'd like to see a player get to at least 250 by the age of 30. And for hitters, to get to 1,500 hits by the age of 30. But you can even go earlier than that. So if you want to get a player that would have, say, 750 hits maybe by the age of 25, then they're still on the good path. So this first player I picked up, a fan of, he kind of reminds me of a younger version of Jose Altuve. That's the 2018 Topps Chrome white jersey, Ozzie Albies, and a PSA 10. Now, Albies was hurt this year, and then he had the pandemic 2 years ago, so that set him back on hits. He would have had way over 750 hits right now. He's at the age of 25 years old. He has 674. So, barring any more injuries from now to the age of 30, he should reach 1,500 hits by the age of 30. The next player, no one talks about this player, and you know, he's way under the radar. He just hit 30 years old this past year, and he's not quite at 250 homers. He's at 224. But he's been very consistent throughout his career, hitting 30 homers pretty much every year. The 2014 Topps update, Eugenio Suarez, and a Gem Mint 10. He started his career with the Detroit Tigers in 14, played a lot of years with the Cincinnati Reds, had a 49 homer year, I think, in 2018. He's just been very steady. Now he's with the Mariners, and that team is on the rise up. So these were the two players that I really think have a pretty good shot at either 3,000 hits or 500 homers. I'm not saying they're going to get it, but they're on the trajectory of getting one of these players anyway. And I think Suarez with 224 homers. What Suarez's career reminds me of is very similar to Edwin Encarnacion's career and Nelson Cruz. Those guys didn't really hit consistently till they got into their 30s. I think when Encarnacion was 30 years old, he didn't even have 100 homers. And all of a sudden in his 30s, he started hitting consistently 30 to 40 homers every year. Then he got his 100th, his 200th, his 300th, his 400th. And all of a sudden, I started to take notice when I saw him get to 400 homers. The last time I saw him play, though, was with the Yankees, and I don't think he's in the league anymore. But he did finish with over 400 homers. Nelson Cruz, same thing. By the time he was 30 years old, didn't have a lot of homers. Now he's 41, 42 years old, and he's about 450 homers now. Suarez kind of reminds me of the same deal. He got started late in his career, and he's already 30, going to be 31 next year, and 224 homers. And if he just consistently hits 30 homers around that every year for his 30s, he's got a tremendously good chance to get to 500 homers. So I'm going to flip the phone around, give you guys a closer look at the Ozzie Albies and Suarez rookies. Hold on. Okay, and we're back. So here's a much clearer look. 2018 Topps Chrome Ozzie Albies. Like I said, he was hurt this year. I'm hoping that he could stay on the healthy path, because he's good for 175, 180 hits every year. And he's only 25 years old. And Suarez, that absolutely nobody in the world is talking about. 224 career home runs at the age of 30 years old. Will be 31 next year. And I think he actually just turned 31, so next year he'll be playing at the age of 31. And he's had at least five seasons with over 30 homers. One of them, he hit 49 homers. Got a lot of power, plays for a good team. He's going to get more recognition, I think, next year. even though he plays with Julio Rodriguez, probably will get Dansby Swanson. But he's a very good third baseman and hits with a lot of power. So those are the two current players under the radar, I call them. Everyone's looking at Judge and Shohei Ohtani and should, deservedly so. But there's other current players out there, such as these, that are racking up some pretty good numbers early on. Now, their careers can end short. That's the thing. Now, I didn't pay that much for this. I literally paid $10 for the Suarez. It costs more to get that graded today. This, I think I paid about $25. So I'm hoping for good things. And these could be the two teams in the World Series next year. Well, not Detroit, but Seattle. You could see Atlanta and Seattle in the World Series next year, and that wouldn't shock me. So there you have it. My two latest pickups of current players. The 2018 Topps Chrome white jersey, Ozzie Albies in a 10, and the 2014 Topps update, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his first name right, Eugenio Suarez, also in a gem mint 10. Okay, so there you have it, guys. I appreciate all your likes and comments. Stay tuned for more PSA graded cards. Until then, guys, like I always say, have fun with it. Take care. See you real soon.